Hi guys, how you doing? Back for another video. Doing a reaction video to the comic relief special of a Top Gear episode. Top Gear does ground force, well, Top Ground Gear Force as they call it. Don't know if you remember the show Ground Force, where the very bizarre woman that seems to never ever wear a bra that fits, or ever. I think Jeremy sums it up perfectly in the first few seconds, pretty much. Can't really say it better than that. Yeah, anyway, before we get started, if you could please hit that like and subscribe button down at the bottom, it would be massively appreciated, because it really does help the channel grow that much more, so more people get to see my stuff. If you could also share it, that would also be brilliant. I'd really appreciate it. Right, let's get started.
Hello, and I've just trodden in some dog poo. Never mind. I'm sure you all remember the TV show Ground Force. The idea was that some people with regional accents would come round to your house while you were out and do up your garden. Then you'd come home, cry with unbridled joy, and then everyone would have some warm pomaine. Now, sadly, it isn't on anymore, so we thought it'd be a good idea to bring it back. I mean, gardening. How hard can it be?
Well, I should imagine
Very hard, having said that.
Well, we're going to find out. This is the team. There's Handy Hammond, James E. Dimmock, May, and then we've got some Poles who'll actually do all the work. Anyway, let's get cracking.
Polish workers generally tend to work a hell of a lot harder than amazing work.
The lucky recipient of our Top Ground Gear Force garden makeover is a sporting legend. 5 times Olympic gold medalist Sir Steve Redgrave, a man whose shoulders are thicker than my torso.
Great Britain on the line! Here we go! Great Britain get the gold medal! And
also
all round and
like his garden.
triumph for Steve Redgrave. 5 in a row. What a hero!
Well, you got Top Gear doing your garden.
Is his
I'm pretty sure you
and
can
this
see
is
how
his
it's
wife,
going to
Lady
turn
Anne.
out, but
Now, he really doesn't know, does he, that we're doing this? I mean, hand on heart.
Absolutely. No idea at all.
Because everyone on television believes it, you know, nobody believes a word on television.
look at the look of fear and terror on her face. You're letting Jeremy Clarkson near a garden.
Really genuinely does not know.
Has no idea.
This is just fantastic. Now,
I'm sure if he
the
did,
garden,
he'd say,
have you
hell
got
no.
any ideas, anything you want?
Well, Steve likes water features. He tried one over there around the corner, so you could try one of those. It does trickle over the top of the pot.
No, I might be able
fish
to.
in the bottom.
I could improve on a trickle. I do. I like fountains. No, we can do
Other
that.
than that, I don't mind, so long as it looks reasonable.
No, it'll look reasonable. I just think
look
with
of
a few
fear.
features, I think
Yeah,
would be
well,
good.
we have our tree house.
No, that's good. We could sort of, yeah, paths to it and stuff like that. No, that'd be good. Now he's home. So Steve is home in
Well, he'd be about 5 o'clock tonight.
5 o'clock. So it's 8:30 now. What's the maths on that? 9, 6, 7,
Get
8
your
and
arse
a
in gear,
half
Tom.
hours. We need to get cracking.
Right, now since I'm the only country bumpkin on the team, I'm in charge. And since I'm also the only one who went to art college, I've drawn the plans. So, here's what we're going to do. There's a house, there's a garage, so it's over there. Now, Sir Steve Redgrave is a very busy man. So when he comes home, he likes to relax. So I've got a sort of family chill-out barbecue area here with some decking overlooking a bed full of flowers. And then there's here a river of gravel cascading down through the garden to this.
Would you walk round that on the path, or would you just cut across? I'm a lazy ass. I would just walk across. I haven't got the time to sit there. It's like those cube barriers you find at theme parks, like that, when they're empty. Sod that. It's got anything much quicker.
Which is one of those seats that goes round a tree.
Where's the water feature?
Well, there isn't one.
Why not? All that matters in a garden is a water feature.
No, sorry, all that matters in a garden is a shed.
No,
would say
look, there
that.
isn't a shed or a water feature, all right?
So a garden should speak of the man.
It
There's
does.
nothing here that says Olympic rower.
There's a river of gravel.
That's just annoying. It goes, no, it's just, look, you've got to walk miles to get to the
Exactly.
seas.
theme of the garden, a river of gravel.
It's rubbish.
He's going to come out of his house and it's going to take him all
You're
week
just
to
gonna
wend
walk
his
across
way.
here, You're just going to walk all over there, you know.
And this bed,
Yeah.
you're doing the hoeing.
I am not doing any hoeing.
I don't even know what hoeing is.
Yeah, well,
And
hoeing
anyway,
is
you don't need a hoe. There's only one tool you need for gardening. And I've got it.
It's a hammer.
It'll be a hammer. It's not a hammer.
Is
This
that a hoe?
is all you...
It's not a hoe. That would work. I'd do that. If you could garden with a shotgun, happy days. I could do that. Give me the job. I'll shoot stuff.
No, it isn't. No, if you want to remove a plant, say, OK, there are no thistles at this time of year, but imagine they're thistles. How do you get them up?
Well,
Set
you
fire
take
to them.
one of these, which is a trowel,
Yeah.
and
Don't
then
ever
you
do that.
approach it
won't-
like
it won't
that,
end
and
well.
you dig round it, lift it, and there it is.
That took you
About 30 seconds.
dirty fingernails,
And you're pissed.
cricked back.
It's gardening, that's what you do.
OK, now let me show you how I would remove it, OK? See these three here? Ready?
There you go.
Come
See?
granted, they're
Much
gone.
quicker.
You can't-
Gone.
You can't garden with a
They
shotgun.
have
Yeah, you
ceased
can.
to exist. Observe the genius of my gardening.
Much quicker.
I'd rather he had a hammer.
You do realise we've already wasted
Bending
an hour.
over. Especially in my case.
Hammond sent James and I off to get supplies at something called a garden centre.
This garden centre is actually round the corner from where I live. Literally about 3 minutes in that direction. Round the corner from Brooklyn's Tesco's Brooklyn Museum, where the racetrack is, which is where I live. Go out the back of my garden, you can see the racetrack. Anyway, slightly off topic, but yeah, that garden centre round the corner from me. Why would you let Jeremy Clarkson go on a track?
It was a place which seemed to be mostly full of sheds. And what kind of nerd would find those interesting?
Let me think.
Wow.
Oh, there we go. Answer that question, isn't it?
I, however, wasn't experiencing such joy.
Why does everything have to be in Latin? Every single...
Why are butterflies, plants, intermedia, I don't know, witch hazel, that's usually understand. But yeah, why are plants and butterflies and insects and whatever all have Latin names? Mystery of life.
Hermales intermedia palladia. Presumably that's Latin for dead twig in some mud. Everything's dead. Look, it's all just dead. It's all dead, look, just a forest of deadness. What's this? Just...
That's a rose.
Will it grow by 5 o'clock this afternoon?
No, I'm afraid not. No.
In the shed zone, James was struggling to find
That's
something
different
which
time,
matched his rigorous standards.
Now this is dangerously close to being a gazebo, which means it will be misappropriated, look, by people on exercise bicycles.
Do you have any gorgonzola here?
Gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola.
I'll go and check for you.
Thanks. I don't mean gorgonzola, do I? That's a cheese.
Yes.
It's bougainvillea I meant. So what's alive that I could have?
You want
There's no,
colour?
there's no point paying for daffodils, just go and nick those from a roundabout.
That's true.
No, I'm looking for
Hanging
something for a
baskets?
garden. A rower's garden.
Right.
I've been sent to get plants, but I just don't know, other than gorgonzola, no, what's it called? Gonorrhea.
That'd be an interesting one to walk into a garden centre. Have you got any gonorrhea? Chlamydia? The clap? You got any clap, please?
Have you got any syphilis?
This is heading in the right direction, the 6x4 apex shed of shiplap construction. It's a very simple structure, it has a
200
window,
quid.
but it's not really the shed for a man of the stature of 5-time Olympic gold medal winning Sir Steve Redgrave, CBE. We want something bigger.
Finally, I found something I recognised.
Greenhouses. I know what they're for. You can use them for growing apples and...
I'm sure you know what I'm going to say, so I'm not going to say it. Other things you can grow in it.
meat, eggs, stuff like that. Stuff that need to be warm. Go in there. We'll get one of those. Look at this. It's a Chlamydia lawsonina, or as Richard Hammond calls it, a mighty Scotch pine.
So far, we'd been on the job for 2 hours, and Sir Redgrave's garden had gone from looking like this
hamster
to looking like this. But
nice.
no matter,
What
we
changes?
were men on the move.
Okay. I think they're going to notice.
That'll...
Honestly, I just think she fell off it or something. Put it back.
Good.
Right.
In the garden, the Poles set about building the greenhouse. And with his usual sense of urgency, James started on the shed.
Oh, yes.
He'll start giving everything names in a minute.
Hammond, meanwhile, was preparing to dig the foundations for his rivers of gravel.
Hammond!
These guys do not have a good track record with machinery. Yeah. Kind of scared right now.
What? To wear that? What?
Oh,
To
yes,
wear
the good
that?
old British health and
Because
safety.
health and safety.
Because apparently that's going to keep you safe. It's going to stop you from getting hurt. You're inside a machine, wearing a high-vis. Nothing can happen to you now.
It'll keep you healthy and safe.
Safe from what? Right.
With Hammond protected from certain death, I got cracking with my water feature.
Right, I want a trench 4 yards long, 1 yard wide, metre, and 1 metre deep. A trench. Trench. But like Charles Bronson, he was Polish. In the Great Escape. Go on, dig. Dig. Dig.
Quantity 1, heavy-duty workshop door end. Heavy-duty workshop plane end. 2 heavy-duty workshop window panels, yes. 2 heavy-duty workshop plane
This was
panels.
ridiculous.
2
James had to be reminded that we were against the clock.
Windows.
Yes, no, but you've
Understand.
spent like half an
Yeah, but
hour.
if the screws are not in the right lengths in the wrong holes, you get end up at
Just-
the end of the shed with the wrong screw left over and it won't be long enough. And then you have to
Build-
dismantle the whole
build
thing
the
again.
shed.
I'm building the shed.
You're not
This is
building
part
the
of
shed,
building
you're
a shed.
naming your
You-
tools. Is this your tape measure?
Might be.
And there we are, everything ending in This is why you don't let them near machinery, because shit like that happens.
Good news. In the time it's taken Jamesy Dimmock to organise his tools and Handy Hammond to dig a 6-inch hole, the Poles have already got the glass in the greenhouse. And this is my water feature. It's arrived. And it is. Well, it's an exquisite piece. It really is. The only trouble is it comes with the Nissan Micra of pumps. This will only...
That's not a Nissan Micro pump, that's a Peel P50 kind of blooming pump. That's seen bigger pump than blooming windscreen washers.
shift what? A gallon of water a minute. So what I've done is brought along this. This is the Ferrari Enzo of pumps. Comes from the world of quarrying, and this will shift 15,000 gallons a minute. Now, unfortunately, you do need a generator to run it, but that's arriving now on the back of the articulated lorry over there.
Must admit that.
Now, the great thing about this pump is that it gives me flexibility. You can either have, I don't know, a little tinkling, gentle...
And that's why you don't let them near machinery. Because stuff like that happens. Although it wouldn't be hard to get out, you just turn the cab. So I've used mean diggers a lot in the past. But yeah, it happens quite a lot. So that's also... All you do is just turn the boom of the crane, the digger, and it'll just push it back up again. I don't know why they didn't think of that, but...
Dribble of water, or you can crank it up a bit and have the...
Yeah, I've made that worse.
That's not gone well, has it?
No, it's fine. This is so I can get in to cut... How the hell did that happen with my high-vi on?
Well, what you've just done is prove that all the health and safety executives' advice is pointless, meddling twaddle. This is...
If I'm honest, it didn't help. At no point did the vest say...
That's kind of...
Turn the cab or turn the boom of the
You won't be able to push the boom. You won't.
You will.
What? Whoever made a lightweight digger, if they were light...
James, get down and push.
If they were light, they'd fall
that's
over.
not that's not right.
It's heavier than I thought.
Turns out to be quite heavy.
It is much heavier than I thought.
We're going to need a bigger digger.
Hammond went and got a bigger digger, which proceeded to turn this little piece of Marlow into the Somme.
I think he's going to notice. Just think he might notice a little bit. Yeah.
I mean, it will grow back. As a gardener,
Why would you let them anywhere near a garden? Richard Hammond. He lives, like I said, he's a country bumpkin. He lives in the country. He does this shit all the time, just not with machinery, clearly. But you've seen their episodes of Top Gear on TV, I assume, anyway. Has anything they touched ever, what's the term, worked properly? Struggling? Nope.
I can tell you that it's grass. It grows back.
Look at that.
Maybe the amphibious car Jeremy built to go from Dover over to France. Well, aim for Calais and missed completely. That kind of worked. It made it. The other two cars didn't. Yeah.
And you're ruining the lawn. The lawn is being ruined. Where does it say on your plans, big digger marks?
I've got to turn the digger around to pull the other digger up.
Over the next half hour, all he managed to do was lacerate the lawn even more.
He's going to
He
go
doesn't
mental.
strike me as a lawn type of bloke, Sir Steve Redgrave.
What, you think he prefers tractor marks and mud?
I don't think he'll be that fussed.
But then the digger fiasco was interrupted by the arrival of my concrete.
The smell of civilization arriving. All right, chaps, if you can
My
take-
genius plan was to concrete over the lawn.
There's like a little...
Where are my plans?
That'd work. Can live with that. Save sodding mowing it.
It say concrete.
Concrete's better than grass. Sir Steve Redgrave is a busy man. He hasn't got time to mow his lawn every 20 minutes. With this, you just have to hoover it in the autumn.
But it looks shit.
It doesn't. Grass looks shit because it fills up with watercress. And lawns give me hay fever.
But you don't live here.
Well, maybe they give Sir Steve Redgrave hay fever.
Oh, for God's sake. Does Sir Steve Redgrave get hay fever?
No.
Do you get hay fever?
No.
Does any member of Sir Steve Redgrave's family get hay fever?
No.
Wait.
While those two were bickering over the lawn, my shed was taking shape nicely.
The thing you've got to remember is that everything good in the world, especially everything good that ever came out of Britain, came out of a shed.
James, he hasn't got a bloody clue
Radio,
what you're
television,
saying.
jet engine,
If he does, he's just ignoring
printing
you.
press,
But James
and in
has a
other
point.
countries, the aeroplane, the hot air balloon.
How much stuff made in God,
See, the thing about this shelf
he started making all his stuff in the shed, so he doesn't have a point.
is that on it,
Just not
one
so
day
anal
will rest a
about it as
component that Sir Stephen Redgrave, CBE, 5 times Olympic gold medalist, will pick up and use to create something brilliant. And that can only happen because people have sheds with stuff in them.
He doesn't understand
See
or
what I mean?
care. Just look at his face, it's like, whatever, mate.
My hay fever removal system had hit a snag.
I ordered 20 tons of
Ain't wet
concrete,
enough.
which I thought would be enough to do the whole lawn. In fact, it's only going to be able to do an area this big,
Ain't wet
which means that this is all still going to be grass. And look what Hammond's done. There isn't enough concrete to cover this bit of lawn.
Do you think Sir Steve Redgrave is going to be particularly upset?
Because when you lay concrete, which is done the karting track I race at in Sandown Park in Asia, I actually helped build it, build the curbstones and stuff. When you lay concrete, it's meant to have the water, so when you tamp it down, the water comes to the top, and that's what creates the smooth surface on top. That's not wet enough, or he's let it dry too long, or he's tried to use too much concrete over a wider space. But that's the reason why they're having to hack at it to get it to lay flat. Because usually when you lay concrete, you tamp it down like that, which brings the water to the surface, and then you just screed it over the top.
Upset that we haven't been able to concrete the bit of lawn that we've driven over with a massive digger? Which is worse? We decided to worry about the digger issue later.
See, I would have
because
just used
on
the
the
big
other
digger to
side
pull
of
the
the
little digger
garden,
up and then got
the
rid of the big
ever-efficient
digger.
poles had finished my tree seed.
Does anyone else see the issue? Yeah, there's a slightly big issue with this. Have you guessed what it is yet?
Goes round a tree and then you can sit any side and just admire the view.
And this is exactly how you designed it, is it?
Yep, it is.
So how are you going to get it around the tree?
Bingo!
Yeah.
Well, you could plant a tree in the middle, and then it would grow in.
Just take one of the sections out and clip it around the tree. Just unscrew one part of it, put it around the tree and put the pot back in again. That's what I did in my neck. Took cut part of my spine out, did what they had to with the wires, put it back in and screw it down. Yeah, not
in place.
Yes.
Yes, you could, if Sir Steve Redgrave wasn't coming home for 200 years.
You could lower it from the top.
Yeah, but what about... Look at all the branches.
No, I can deal with those.
Uh-oh. You're under an
He's tall,
overhoe
that
again.
is ambitious. You can't prune a tree with a shock.
Yes, you can. This is going well.
It's not working.
It is working.
It's not.
Oh yes, we can have a massive bonfire with your prunings.
As I blew
Under
the tree
an
to
overhoe.
pieces with my under and over hoe, the crane arrived that would lower the
Sorry,
seat
Jones, I've got
into
that for you.
place.
Oh!
By the tree.
Sorry.
Oh! You know he's got to have done that on purpose. There's no fucking question about that. I'm amazed it took him that long.
Oh yeah, one bench solution system.
Happily, Hammond's crane didn't have tracks.
Oh, yeah.
Unhappily, it weighed 14 tons.
Oh, God, they're letting Hammond drive it. Oh. That's why you're meant to lay boarding down before you drive the crane onto the grass. Again, I think Sir Steve Redgrave might notice, assuming they get the crane back out, which I'm not confident they're going to.
I've got my crane stuck, is what I've done.
What you've done now is ruined a bit more of the lawn.
No, you did a hell of a lot. Fill it up with sand and say it's a sandpit for his kids. That'll work.
It's no biggie, no biggie.
Although the crane had sunk into Sir Steve Redgrave's lawn,
You think?
luckily the arm was long enough to reach my
No,
tree
not
seat.
happily.
Steady. A foot. A foot.
You know this ain't going to end well.
No, up. No, you've got to lift it. No.
I should play the lottery. But it's Richard Hammond driving a crane. So, pretty much easily guess. Part of Top Gear doing menial work.
Hammond, you idiot, man! Honestly. How can you be so useless, man?
Hammond is really...
Listen, honestly, that's the only bit of this project that has gone properly. The shed was up and perfect, and you've wrecked the shed, and you've wrecked your stupid, idiotically designed
No, this is a
Ponzi
loss.
bed.
That part
No, it's not a loss. It's not a loss. That is not. It isn't, because
isn't.
it turns out that this
Doesn't matter.
this is no good for shooting branches off.
No, but the river of
So I
gravel
actually quite like
cascading
that.
majestically
You know,
through
that
the
would be
garden to
nice if
end in the
they
tree
had
Any
is now
idea
spoiled. What?
how far we are from a river of gravel running through your garden? Look what it's got. It's got a river of track marks, a broken, stupid toy digger in a hole.
sites along the way on the river. The crane stuck.
Look at the holes. Look at that.
That is.
It has gone. How long have we been here? 4 hours, 5 hours? It's gone backwards.
Guys, we do need to speed up.
So that bit reminds me of, the Freddie Starr speed up, slow down song bit.
So, in just 5 hours, we dug a trench, crashed a digger, knocked over a shed, concreted half the lawn, ruined the other half with caterpillar tracks, broken a seat, shot some flowers, and wounded one of the poles. But the greenhouse was looking good. And a short while later, James had his shed back up as well.
You think that's the original shed? I'm not so sure. I reckon they went and got another one. But, you know, it's TV. This is not what they do. Might be wrong. Why do people do that? I mean, obviously I know why they do it, but I'm sure you can tell there's one missing by the huge gap. And I'm sure you can sort of say, oh, right, okay, that one's bigger than that one. Okay, I know that one goes.
So you see, you take the big spanner off. You can see the big spanner is missing.
He hasn't got them in size order. Look at the first one that you can see on the right of the picture. Look at the one next to it, which is longer than the... So he's doing that, but he's put them in the wrong order to start with. Why don't you put them in size order? They're all different lengths.
Put the big spanner on, you know it's in the right place. If Jeremy Clarkson came in here and did that, you'd see immediately that that is not the correct spanner for that peg. That should be on there, and that should be on there.
With James suffering from an industrial bout of OCD, I set about removing Sir Redgrave's flower bed.
I swear he does have OCD.
Now, the traditional method for removing an unwanted rockery is a shovel.
I don't like where this is going, because I think I know what he's about to do. And I just hope I'm wrong.
Excuse me, guys, can we just hold the music? Just for a second, can we hold the music? Thanks. As I was saying, shovel, crowbars, lots of elbow grease. There is, however, another way. What you need is some sugar, some fertiliser, a length of wire, some electricity, and a plunger like we have here.
He's not.
OK.
He is.
Fire the pole! That usually clears them.
Oh dear. Nothing they touch ever goes right. Oh dear. I think James is going to know.
James didn't take the news well.
Look what you've done to my bloody shed, man!
I had this bomb, and that'll buff out.
What time is this programme on? Is it 10 o'clock?
Yeah.
Is it 10 o'clock on BBC Two?
Yes.
Are we beyond the watershed?
Yes.
You're a fuck...
Guys,
What have you done?
I thought it was more set, and I went through it, and I'm stuck in your concrete.
See, now you can see it's not got enough water in it, or it's the wrong mix. Because you can see how it's just breaking apart. And they haven't been able to smooth it out. So, yeah, it's too thick, there's not enough water to it. Because it should be completely naturally smooth on the top.
Oh, for God's sake!
What?
You've left footmarks.
Well, it was hardly perfect to start with, was it? You've already ruined the lawn with your concrete, and now I've walked on it. I'm sorry.
It was supposed to look like lawn. How can it look like lawn?
Band music's really
It's
trying to
not green. How can it look like
Please stop
lawn?
the music. Can we stop? Please. Stop it.
Soon we had Hammond free, and as James rebuilt his shed, again, I began work on me rugby posts.
Rugby posts. In a garden, full size. Good work, I suppose.
And then bring it along. Because you've got to push, yeah.
What are you doing now?
It's rugby posts.
Have you brought anything that's on my plan?
No.
And how do you even know that Sir Steve Redgrave likes rugby?
Well, I do.
Does Sir Steve Redgrave play rugby?
No.
Do you play rugby?
No.
Does any member of Sir Steve Redgrave's family play rugby?
No.
Beautiful house.
Come on. Yes. Yes.
Jeremy.
What?
No member of the Sir Steve
No
Redgrave
chance that
family
fucking
plays
play
rugby.
Well, I'll be able to then.
Well,
Whoa!
actually, they won't.
Again, James was very angry with me.
I think you've got something to say to me, haven't you?
I'm surprised how heavy rugby posts are.
Something along the lines of, I'm sorry, James, I am a fully rigged, rate
You two,
A1,
you two,
ocean-going
Sir Steve
pillar.
Redgrave will be here in half an hour. We've got to speed up again.
One way of hiding it. Look at the roof. Aren't the sections of the fountain meant to be screwed together, held together somehow? And those pictures aren't the same height. He's lining them up at the bottom. I'd line them up at the top. Or had a big picture, that picture, and a big picture of him. And just me being, you know.
James's shed was mended again. The digger was camouflaged, and best of all, my water feature was finished.
You see the adjustability of it. You can have it high
Okay.
or low. We go low.
It works.
Down.
That's
No, that's
off.
off. Up. There. Or up. Up.
No, I thought those sections would have been.
With Sir Steve Redgrave just minutes away,
All made in
Hammond
one piece.
unveiled his barbecue.
I've put some thought into this because for this I've not used coals, which take ages to light.
That looks like engine from a V1 Doodlebug. One of the Messerschmitt.
And give you salmonella. I've used jet engines. So we fire them up.
Jet engines.
Jet engines, 2 of them. So I'd turn them on here.
2 of them?
But these were tiddlers compared to the engine that would cook the meat on the rotisserie.
It's actually a V1.
I was
so I'm
right.
just gonna...
What, from a Doodlebug?
Yes, it's a Doodlebug engine. Here we go. It is a bit more temperamental than coal, but when it works, boy, does it work.
And you turn that then?
It will start turning. You have to get it up to speed. It turns the fan around.
Just letting you guys know, if you see me sitting there like that, it's not because I'm watching it at a funny angle, it's because I have issues with the left side of my neck and it hurts holding my head up all the time, so I don't do that.
And there you go.
Oh, that's quite good,
Genius.
actually.
There you go. Look at that.
Well, they said chickens can't fly. I think they can now.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, that's cooked.
It needs some adjustment. Hang on, let me just. There you go. I didn't have it set right. That's actually better. See, now that's going to grill it properly. You'll get some proper blackening of the chicken. That's
hot, actually.
Oh.
Remember me saying about not setting fire to brambles when you're near fences? Especially when you're drunk?
Hang on. No,
Oh, you utter pillock. No, let me do
I'm
it.
going to do it.
I'm sorry.
sorry.
Oh, you've frozen my ghoulies.
I'm sorry.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
It went the wrong way.
Let me do it. Let me do it.
Well, they're screwed.
Right.
Sir Steve Redgrave, show me the drive.
I
Right.
was just about ready.
Where do we hide?
Oh, no, behind a tree.
They
In my
always hide
shed.
in ground force.
Yeah, I would hide long way away. Far
Why
away.
don't we tell him his wife did this and then we've been called in
Yeah, to put it right.
to put it right?
We're just about to start.
It's coming. Oh, God.
How do you think he'll react?
I don't know, seriously.
He's here. He's here.
Where do you
You go,
she doesn't.
James, go and offer him a drink.
What does he look like?
Where's the drink? Have you got the drink ready?
Just look for a big man with huge shoulders that looks
hide
very,
behind
very pissed off.
I can hide behind anything. Right, look happy. Just look happy.
Just please, please, Beth.
His head on the bar in the background.
I've never been so nervous in my life.
I'm terrified now. It's a big bloke.
It's not the size, it's just the range.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Sir Steve Redgrave. I'm Jeremy Clarkson.
I know you are. With
It's
Yeah, I've got Jeremy's Wellingtons are now full of excrement.
It's what?
Sport relief. I know you think we're from... It's confused. You're confused, I would imagine, because we're from Top Gear.
No, it's not.
We thought we'd come and do
not confusion.
ground force and make your garden, improve it, but we haven't...
Yeah, that... I'm
quite finished.
But if you talk, I mean, the plans, the ideas behind it are brilliant.
No, we can talk you through some of the better things.
Some of the really... But that's one of the worst things that you're seeing there. But it has better points.
I have no idea how he's staying so calm right now. I think he's imagining all three of their heads on the spike the chickens were on behind the doodle bug, getting burnt.
Okay, well, this was a surprise, just not a good one at the end of it.
The Poles could sense the mood.
Yeah, that's what I would be doing. I would be...
We, however, would not run. We would stand together and face the problem of Steve's wrath united as one.
Actually, it's Hammond's fault. Hammond put the digger on its side. Hammond chewed the lawn up. Hammond set fire to your shed.
I think it's yours and Hammond's fault.
I think he's going
to... perfectly good shed. If he'd come out and I'd simply built a shed, he'd have been pleased. How could he not be?
Do you think he's going to come out of the house again?
And kill us, yes.
Sir Steve really was incandescent, so Jeremy volunteered to be Henry Kissinger.
I wonder how that conversation went. I'm guessing there was quite a few expletives used. And then you see Jeremy's going flying
And
out the
despite
window.
this, Sir Steve's mood did brighten.
It doesn't look good. But imagine, okay, summer's evening, sitting out here, the sun streaming over the fallen over digger.
Sorry about that.
Yes, there was an accident there. But look at the greenhouse, though, Sir Steve. Just
greenhouse looks good.
The greenhouse is lovely. The Poles built that, and it works.
They're very
this, I think you'll find, is the pièce de résistance. This, you see the water feature? Now, what I've done is I've kind of turbocharged the pump a bit.
All right, OK.
No, because...
Stand back a little bit then.
No. It's, you know, like you get a dribble normally of water?
Stand back
it'll
a long way.
It'll be, you know, it's turbo.
Semi-class,
You'll think of rowing. I think it now.
It
speaks of the man.
I've been trying for the last 8 years to not think about rowing.
Ready? Sir Steve. There we go. Oh, God. I'm sorry about what it's done to the greenhouse.
This is what I would have screwed them together.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
So there you are, Sir Steve Redgrave, Lady Anne, children, this is your new garden.
I think I want to kill him again. The anger's rising.